Welcome back to the Rideshare Hub. I'm Jacob Letman. Great video, very informative video in store for you today. If you clicked on this video, well, thank you very much. We appreciate you being here. We like having you around. Make sure to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. That way you can get updated anytime we come out with new and exciting content. And please give our video a like, a nice like. Every time you like one of our videos, an angel gets its wings. Oh no, that's a bell rings. I don't know what happens when you like our videos. We like when you like our videos, and we appreciate it. Okay, hey, before we get started today, if you haven't started driving, in the video description below, if you go and check that out, there's a few things in there. There's a couple links you can click on. You follow those through, you get signed up, start driving for Rideshare, get some sign-on bonuses. You can find links to my Instagram page, at jacob.letman. Find a link to the Rideshare Hub Instagram page. Get a retroactive sign-on bonus if you need it. All sorts of good stuff in that video description, so make sure you check it out. All right, that being said, let's get this video started. So today, I'm covering 10 things that you need to know about the Lyft rental car program. I had to go through and do it because last year I was parked at a stop sign. Some lady cut the corner too quick and ran right into the front part of my car. Poor car, I know. So I was out of commission with her for like 2 months. And so I decided to give the Lyft rental car program a try. And I found out some detailed information that not everybody knows. And of course, because not everybody's going to read the fine print, and there's a lot of fine print. So here are the 10 most important things that you need to know about the program. Number 1. There is a deposit, and it varies by area, so by state or city. So that's something to keep in mind. For me, it was, I can't remember, it was either $200 or $250. And the most important thing to know about that is that you don't get it back until about a week after you bring the vehicle back for inspection. So after you bring the vehicle back, drop it off, they check it out, it all goes through. It comes through in like your next payment cycle, which it's like a week later. So just be prepared for that. You're probably going to have a sizable deposit that you won't get back for a good amount of time. Number 2, well, right, big question, how much does it cost? So it is $219 plus taxes and fees. And I didn't know it was plus taxes and fees. So for here in Phoenix, instead of $219, I believe it was $257. Now, there's no driving bonuses while you have the Lyft rental car, but they do have a tiered structure. Well, it's bonuses, but it's to make your car cheaper. All right, so here's the deal. If you give 75 rides in a week, it costs $159. If you give 95 rides in a week, it costs $129. And then if you give 110 rides in a week, it'll only cost you $74. Again, plus taxes and fees. Which sounds great, right? But if you're an experienced driver, or if you've watched any of our other videos, you know that realistically, you can plan on about 2 rides an hour, sometimes 3. Me personally, I always plan on about 2 rides an hour. Just seems to work out that way with traffic and having to drive and pick somewhere up or waiting for people. It just typically works out that way. So what does that mean? It means you need to be prepared to drive a lot of hours to make this vehicle cost efficient for you. Even to hit that first tier, 75 rides and $159, that's almost 40 hours. I would plan on almost 40 hours of driving just to hit that. To hit the 95 marker, we'll call it, being generous here, but we'll call it 45 hours. Probably between 45 and 50. And then 110 rides, and it only cost you $74. That's nice, but me personally, I've driven a lot, and I've done some weeks where I've busted it, And the most I've ever done, I've never broken 100 rides in a week. Never happened. And that is because sometimes you can only get one ride an hour because you have to drive them a long ways, right? So 110 rides, that's kind of a pipe dream in my opinion. Anyway, that's the price breakdown. Number 3, there is no instant cash out. I know, it sucks. That is so that they can keep your earnings in reserve, and they put that towards paying your vehicle first. So the vehicle payment will come out of your earnings, and that happens at the beginning of each week. All right, number 4. There is an amount of rides that you have to give in order to keep the vehicle, and that is 20 rides. So if you're thinking, just want to have a Lyft rental car to cruise around and I'll give some rides, you have to give at least 20 rides. Number 5, insurance. This is a big one. There's a big factor to this that you need to know. Between the rental car company, oh, by the way, the rental car companies, depending on what part of the country you're in, will either be Avis, Hertz, or Flex Drive, which I haven't heard of Flex Drive, but Hertz is what I went through. And so with the insurance, you'll be covered either through the rental car company's policy or through Lyft. It just depends what part of the ride you're in if something were to happen. But it's good to know that you're covered on all fronts there. Now, big asterisk mark stipulation is that there is a $1,000 deductible. When I read that, I was like, what? $1,000? That sucks. So if anything does happen, you have to pay that $1,000 up front to take care of that, and then their insurance policies will kick in. So that's a big one to note. Number 6, also going right along with insurance, windshield and tires are not covered. Okay, so that's on you. If you're to get like a crack in the windshield, I would just suggest taking it in and getting it filled somewhere yourself. Sometimes you can find Groupons for those, or let's say you get a flat tire. You can take it to like Walmart and they can patch it up for you. I think it's like $15, but just good to know insurance does not cover those. Number 7, automatic renewal. How does that work? So you can automatic renew up to a month. So that'll work like, well, a couple things. After your week is up, they'll make sure that you gave at least 20 rides, and then you just keep the car. That way you don't have to keep going back in for inspection, take it for another week. So that is nice. If you plan on doing this, plan on giving a lot of rides, and plan on just doing the automatic renewal. That would be my suggestion. Number 8, on the note of the automatic renewal, you will automatically renew unless your car is due for an oil change. So they keep track of when the vehicles all need oil changes, and if you go past that oil change number, it will not automatically renew for you. You have to take it in and get that oil change done. Now, you don't have to pay for that, which is nice. Like for me, the Hertz, they're all inside Pep Boys, so I just had to go back to that Pep Boys, take it in, do an oil change, and then I was free to go. Number 9, you got to be at least 25. Seems kind of basic, but it's a good thing to know. So if there's anybody younger out there that was thinking about this, got to be at least 25. And number 10. Oh yeah, number 10. Here you go. You got to keep the car for at least a full week. Well, you don't have to, but you have to pay for a full week either way. So you pick it up, keep it for at least a full week. Now, the good thing is, let's say it rolls over, it automatically renews, and you didn't want to keep it longer. It's okay, because you can take it back in at any point after that first week. Take it back in, and they will prorate it, meaning that they charge you that $219 is broken down by a day rate. So if you keep it for a week and 2 days, then you're only going to pay for a week and 2 days. So there you go, guys. There's some really vital information to know about the Lyft rental car program. I hope you found this information useful. I know I wish I would have known this when I went into it, and I was actually teaching people that were waiting there to get their rental car, because there's just a lot of little details about it. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, give it a big thumbs up. Always appreciated. Thanks for being here, you guys. We appreciate each and one of your views, and take care and drive safe.